Welcome to another investor interview. This interview I meet with Raj Sharma, a Birmingham-based investor. I met Raj a couple of years ago at a networking event and we went to go see a HMO development he just completed in Acox Green. Well, this time we're heading to Acox Green to go see another one of his HMOs that he's recently done that's actually on the other side of the road. I really look forward to showing you this one. Like our other investor interview, Raj shows us around this stunning 5-bedroom HMO. He tells us about the hurdles that he encountered as well as a few tips for those just getting started in property. He also runs us through things such as Article 4 in Birmingham, permitted development rights, HMO licensing and fire alarm systems. I really hope that you enjoy this episode, and if you find it of value then please hit the subscribe button. And of course, if you've got any questions for Raj or want to see any other investment strategies, please drop a comment in the box below. Thank you for watching, and let's get straight into this one.
So this property was just from an estate agent. Someone was speaking to about. I saw 2 or 3 properties with that estate agent, and one of them we put an offer in, and then it fell through because the searches weren't right. But then the estate agent, found me something that was similar, and sort of really put me sort of ahead of. There's 3 or 4 people who wanted it, and she put me forward to the vendors, and got it. We bought it as a 3-bed semi-detached. So from the 3 beds we've created a 5-bed HMO. In order to do that, we've had to move the room sizes, we've had to move the few walls to make sure all the room sizes are compliant. And this property had the benefit of coming with I'm standing in the extension. So the vendors had previously, about 10 years ago, made a little side extension to the side of the property. What we did was we took the main wall out from here to make it into one open plan dining and kitchen area, communal living area, and so we had to make sure that the sizes were right for that. You'll see that there's 5 beds in total, which are 4 are en suite, and one's got the smaller room has its own bathroom, so everyone has their own bathroom and toilet facilities. Yeah, the tenant profile is we market to professionals, working tenants. What we find is because the train station is very close, it's literally 2 minutes walk away, and trains get into Birmingham City in about 8-9 minutes, and they get into Solihull in about 5 minutes. So our tenant profile usually are working professionals, either in the city or in Solihull. Okay, so the purchase price of this property was 200,000. So he's on the market at 210. So we offered 200, which was accepted. Refurb is going to come in at around about 50,000. That's excluding the furniture, so around about 50,000. And what we did with that refurb was we sort of took chimneys out, chimney breasts, full sort of reboarding, replastering, pretty much everything really. Created 4 en suites and a bathroom. So yeah, so 50,000, and so we've spent 250 plus costs, etc. And this has been revalued at 250. So it's a bricks and mortar revaluation, which means that we'll have money left in, but it'll return on investment of probably about between 25 to 30% on the money that's left in. Okay, so this room has gone for $545 a month. So that's obviously all bills included. The rest of the rooms will be, the ensuite rooms will go for $525. That's what I'm getting in the property across the road, so we've put them at the same price. And then there's the smaller room, which is $450, which is good value room because it actually comes with a private bathroom. So in terms of square meters, there's probably more square meters for your money, but obviously with just a separate bathroom. So because it was a full refurb, I took bridging finance out on it, and with a view to putting it on a HMO mortgage once done. It didn't go too smoothly because there were a few issues on the GDV. The valuer came out, and instead of valuing it as a 6-bed HMO, they got their reports wrong, and they valued it as just a standard 3-bed house. And so there was a bit of a panic there. Development funds weren't forthcoming, so we had to find those separately. But then we scaled the project down a bit into a 5-bed HMO rather than a 6-bed HMO with a double-storey extension, etc. Because I just felt that I had to find the extra money, and I just thought I'd rather find that money for buying another property, so put it towards the next one rather than doing sinking it all into this one. So yes, it worked out in the end, but it was a bit stressful. I don't think you can do a property refurb without having a little bit of stress, and that's where mine came in, doing the finance. In terms of the actual refurbs and managing builders and producing a quality product, I don't have a problem with that. I've got some really good trades and good relationships there, but the finance was a bit of a headache on this one. Yeah, so this is a little plug here for Landlord Furniture Company, for Dale Wild. This is one of his creations, so it's just a little desk. I think it's going to be important going forward with people working more at home to have little facilities like that in the room, which saves space as well. Okay, so this thing on the wall there is a fire panel. It's basically a fire panel for the interconnected smoke alarms. So it's a bit of it's slightly overkill in this property because it's not a 3-story property, but I just thought to future-proof it, we'll get the full panel. It didn't cost that much extra, so it's a grade A panel.
Cool.
Yes, it'll require a HMO license because there's going to be 5 people, and it's 2 stories. So previously you only needed it if it was 3 stories, so that was removed. That requirement was removed. So yeah, it'll need a license, and I've spoken to the licensing officer, and putting through the application now. But they have a massive backlog, and it's been a bit difficult getting registered with them. But yeah, so that'll go through the process and get that done. Well, first of all, if they want to do a project like this, they need a bit of experience, whether that's something that they've done already before, or if they've got a residential property, a mortgage, because it's difficult to get a HMO mortgage without doing that. So I would suggest for someone new to join a networking group, go on to Facebook, get as much information as possible, educate themselves. And if needs be, joint venture with someone to create a HMO, or start off with doing maybe a single let. Learn a bit more about the trade, but definitely go for it. I think that don't let anyone tell you can't do it. There's always ways to do it. Yeah, so next project hopefully will be something bigger, because the way that I did this project, you can't do that anymore. So this was done under permitted development, from a C3 to a C4, but you can't do that anymore in Birmingham. Article 4 came in the first week of June, so the only way to create a HMO now in Birmingham is to go through the planning process. So I'd like to do a bigger project next, maybe with some private investment or as a joint venture with someone, to do a bigger project that requires planning and do a bigger scale HMO.